April 26, 2009, the Save Our Earth Conference 2009 was held in Seoul, South Korea and broadcast live on Supreme Master Television. This timely and informative event was organized by Mr. Chung Sung-hyun, the president of the Chung Nyun-sa Publishing Company. Chung Nyun-sa Publishing Company recently published the Korean edition of the #1 international best-selling book, The Birds in My Life, written by Supreme Master Ching Hai. The Korean edition also became an instant bestseller in Korea's largest bookstore chain, Kyobo Bookstore. Over 1,700 people attended the conference to find out more information about how to save our planet in this critical time of climate change. Attendees included concerned citizens, government officials, scientists, journalists, spiritual practitioners, artists, writers, and dignitaries such as Congressmen Lee Seok-hyun and Kang Chang-il. Mr. Jung Sun-gap, Executive Director of World Meteorological Organization, or WMO, which is a UN non-profit organization. Dr. Michael Bascombe, an animal telepathic communicator from Australia. Mr. Kim Young-gyu, Commissioner of Gangwon Province Military Manpower Administration and former Brigadier General of the Korean Army. Mr. Yoon Ji-hyun, a renowned children's author and lecturer. Professor Choi Hyang-sik, Vice Chairman of Korean Law Association and Chairman of Global Warming Emergency Measures Committee. Mr. Na Yong-cheol, President of Ecology TV and Director of Korea Mass Media Club. Dada Sitarain Janananda, author and meditation teacher. Song Man-gyu, a famous painter renowned for his work of the Seomjing River, and Mr. Ho Jun-hwang, composer. Supreme Master Ching Hai also accepted the invitation to attend the Save Our Earth Conference 2009 via video conference as guest of honor to share her insight and perspectives on the critical issue of climate change and the most effective solution, an animal-free diet. We now invite you to join us for the Save Our Earth Conference 2009, held on April 26, 2009 in Seoul, South Korea.
Next is Professor Yeo Suk-dong, who teaches at Korea National Defense University and is the former manager of Public Information Office, Korean Joint Chief of Staff.
Welcome.
지구온난화 문제가 이 국가 간의 분쟁을 일으키는 문제, 그에 대한 대책에 대해서 질문을 좀 드리고 싶습니다. 2007년 3월 달에 영국은 기후변동과 분쟁 문제를 유엔 안전보장이사회 긴급 의제로 상정해서 토론할 것을 제의한 적이 있고 실제 진지한 토의가 이루어진 것으로 알고 있습니다. 지구온난화에 따른 이 기후변화가 이제 국가의 안전보장 문제를 심각하게 위협하는 문제로 인식되고 있음을 보여주는 대목입니다. 지구온난화는 이 가뭄이나 홍수, 폭풍우, 해수면 상승, 이와 같은 국가 안전을 위협하는 자연재해를 야기할 뿐만 아니라 국경을 넘어서는 환경 난민을 대규모로 발생시킬 가능성도 있습니다. 이러한 일련의 사태들은 국제 정세를 불안정하게 만들 뿐만 아니라 국가 간의 분쟁을 정대시키는 분명한 요인이 될 것입니다. 이러한 분쟁에 미리 대비하기 위해서 각 국가들이 어떠한 노력과 대책을 발전시켜야 할지에 대해서 답변해 주시면 감사하겠습니다.
Hello, Colonel and Professor Yeo. Thank you for your very important question. It is true, exactly as you have said, that we are facing a very serious situation. However, we hope it does not have to come to the point of more conflict. We already have plenty. However, the most effective effort that can be made by any country to avoid further catastrophe, whether natural or man-made, is to promote a compassionate, noble lifestyle. Not only does this benefit the planet in its reduction of greenhouse gases, but being veg opens up land and delivers crops to humans that were previously being grown for animal feed. Moreover, a plant-based diet saves immensely on water. Meat production uses water in excessive amounts that we cannot imagine. You see, all this is important because if humans are in shortage of food or of water, then conflicts, of course, will break out. That is what the United Kingdom means by climate change is affecting national security. Not just for the United Kingdom, but everywhere in the world. When our family members are in danger of hunger or thirst, maybe we would do anything to bring food to them. So reluctantly, some virtuous or good people might even go astray and cause conflict between neighbors. And then, on a larger scale, it will cause conflict between nations. Scientists have documented that one serving of beef takes more than 1,000 gallons of water to produce. By contrast, sir, the vegan diet uses about 1/10 of that amount. So the water problem would also be completely solved if everyone is vegan. And as the killing karma is reduced with people becoming vegan, all disasters will diminish. A more loving atmosphere will envelop our earth, and we would not even have to worry about war between countries. Because vegetarian diet will make people feeling peaceful, more clear-headed. So consequently, each nation would naturally have sufficient resources and wholeheartedly exchange help to each other. So the best way to prepare for conflict is to take complete prevention. The vegan diet will help us to achieve that goal, and almost immediately. Thank you, sir, for your caring.
Thank you, Master.
Some of the diseases related to meat consumption and/or production. Swine flu. Cured meats and fish increase leukemia risk in children. Antibiotic-resistant superbug infections from a strain of Staphylococcus aureus, blue tongue disease. E. coli. Salmonella. Bird flu, mad cow disease or Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, 90% of the population at risk. Pig's disease or PMWS. Listeriosis. Shellfish poisoning. Preeclampsia. Campylobacter. Clostridium difficile. Diseases hidden in healthy appearing livestock. Some of the costs of meat eating. Infertility. Eating just one serving of meat per day increases the risk of women's infertility by 32%, with additional meat consumption increasing the risk. Heart disease. Over 17 million lives lost globally each year. Cost of cardiovascular disease is at least $1 trillion a year. Cancer. Over 1 million new colon cancer patients diagnosed each year. More than 600,000 colon cancer-related mortalities annually. In the United States alone, colon cancer treatment costs about $6.5 billion. Millions of people are newly diagnosed with other meat-related cancers every year. Diabetes. 246 million people are affected worldwide. An estimated $174 billion spent each year on treatment in just the United States. Obesity. Worldwide, 1.6 billion adults are overweight, with 400 million more who are obese. Costs $93 billion each year for medical expenses in the United States alone. At least 2.6 million people die annually from problems related to being overweight or obese. Environmental. Use up to 70% of clean water, pollute most of the water bodies, deforest the lungs of the earth, uses up to 43% of the world's cereal, uses up to 85% of the world's soy, cause world hunger and wars, 80% cause of global warming. Plus more.
Some of the costs of milk consumption. Bacterial microbes, pesticides and enzymes found in cheese derived from the inner stomach linings of other animals. Up to 80% of the calories in cheese are from pure fat. Breast, prostate and testicular cancer from hormones present in milk. Listeria and Crohn's disease. Hormones and saturated fat leads to osteoporosis, obesity, diabetes and heart disease. Linked to higher incidences of multiple sclerosis. Classified as a major allergen. Lactose intolerance. Plus more.
Next, we have Professor Kim Young-hwa of Yonsei University. He is also the former manager of the Nature Preservation Department, Ministry of Environment.
Welcome, sir.
환영해 주셔서 대단히 감사합니다. 저는 30여 년 동안 국가 환경 대책을 수립하고 집행했던 전직 공직자입니다. 현재는 교수직에 있습니다. 질문을 직접 드리도록 하겠습니다. 지구온난화는 인류에게 대단히 심각하고 매우 시급한 일임에도 불구하고 일부 국가들의 비협조로 어려움이 많다고 생각이 됩니다. 만약 지구온난화 방지에 실패했을 경우 국가에서는 어떠한 위기관리 대책을 세워야 하는지 말씀해 주시기 바랍니다. 감사합니다.
Thank you, Professor Kim, for joining us today and for this thoughtful question, which is very, very important. Please do not lose hope yet. We still have a chance to halt global warming and should be optimistic. We don't have much time, but we still have time. Although the change is a little slow in some cases, we meanwhile do our best by adopting the quickest and the most efficient measure to reverse climate change. We must change to a vegan diet ourselves, so that we become a part of the solution. Besides that, this compassionate lifestyle promotes natural harmony and peace. If everyone is a vegan, cooperation is much easier, don't you think? Because people become more peaceful. They can think more clearly. So cooperation will be an easier matter. To help the government to change so that it can avoid that kind of crisis management, we can write letters explaining how a vegan diet is a solution for the planetary crisis. It's the most practical way to prevent future calamities due to global warming. Because the plant-based lifestyle is more sustainable and opens up land that can be used for cultivating crops for humans. It restores the balance of our ocean and forest and preserves our finite natural resources. This is truly the best way to restore our environment and ensure the highest degree of peace. Thank you, sir, for your concern. Such a simple solution. Be engaged, that's it.
Thank you, Master. Next is Ms. Park Hyun-jung, a reporter from SBS, Korea's major national TV.
Welcome, Miss Park.
안녕하세요. 저는 간단하게 질문하겠습니다. 저는 지구 온난화와 명상이 어떤 관계가 있는지에 대해서 알고 싶습니다.
A reporter who is very enlightened. Thank you for calling attention to the spiritual side of climate change. Your audience will surely appreciate your well-informed news reports on this most grave issue of our time. As you can imagine, meditation could be said to help counteract global warming, in part because most traditions of spiritual practice uphold guidelines that include respect for all life, which means no killing, no causing suffering to others, and thus to be a vegetarian. With the world populated by benevolent vegan citizens, the retributing debt, or we call it karmic debt, from meat eating is reduced, as will the devastating effects of such a diet. From deep meditation, you will truly know the glory of our Creator, of our real self. You will understand what the saints are referring to in the religious holy scriptures when they described their experiences of the heavenly light and music. If you are in deep meditation, you will experience exactly what the saints, the Buddhas, experienced in the past, in part or in whole. You will know true peace and experience the universal awareness that comes from being connected with your divine self. May heaven bless your heartfelt sincerity and virtuous path to help your fellow citizens during this planetary emergency. Thank you, Miss Park.
Thank you, Master. Now, Professor Kim Young-ho, who is the Honorary Professor of Philosophy at Ina University and Director of both Hamseokon Sia Research Center and Dongsa-seop Happy Village.
Welcome, sir.
I find myself in full agreement with you on the diagnosis of our planet's crisis and its cure involving vegetarianism. I hope and believe that it will work out eventually on a global scale.
Yes?
At the same time, people may want to know more practical ways toward the ultimate goal. For this crucial matter of survival of the earth, we can't wait too long, I think,
No.
for governments to acutely realize the severity of the crisis and take concrete actions for it.
Right.
Rather than relying on the governments, we may need community movements initiated not by just big communities, but small communities from bottom up, not top down. My question is, what in your view is the practical strategy for putting into practice the ideas you have put forward, besides this kind of worldwide conference and publications, including the need for smaller communities devoted to the cause and pursuing an ecologically safe living. Also, just small related questions, philosophical question. Can we expect to see the imminent emergence of a new humanity or humanism free from this kind of problems as envisaged by some Korean spiritual masters and Western enlightened thinkers like Teilhard de Chardin and Mircea Eliade? Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. You are right. You are right. As individuals and communities, we must take action instead of waiting for the government or the technology to be developed. Surely, what you describe as a grassroots movement is a good way to quickly and effectively begin healing the planet through a plant-based diet. This truly is the fastest way an individual or group of individuals can reverse the climate change. It is so simple that we could overlook it. It's so simple. Just one solution: the compassionate diet, because compassion begets compassion. That's very simple law of the universe. Every action has a reaction. So no need to wait for government policy approval process or financial resources and so on. Practically speaking, what we can do for this movement is to continue informing the people we know or who we meet about our urgent planetary situation and the solution. We can pass out informative flyers, we can email our friends, acquaintances, and let them know that free and up-to-date resources are also available at suprememastertv.com. We can also show others how easy and delicious it is to cook vegetarian diet. And as I have mentioned, continue writing to the government and media to ask them to support these ideals, which is also very important. We cannot really disregard the government's and the media's powerful influence, because if they support these ideals, they can disseminate the information on a greater scale to reach the public. Without a doubt, once humanity has evolved to be more compassionate, more loving to all beings, our world will be free from such tragedies as war, global warming, and other natural or man-made disasters. We will truly be living an Eden on earth, where peace will reign and humans will live in perfect harmony with each other, with animals and the environment. Thank you for your very good question. I have only one solution again and again. That is the compassionate vegan diet. If I have other solution, wouldn't I have told you? If I knew of a better solution, wouldn't I have advertised it? Of course, I would. I would do anything to save the planet. But to save the planet is not in my power. The planet is in your hands, on each and every citizen's hand, to save it. And the only solution that we can take in our hands to save the planet is the vegan diet. I repeat again and again and again, because I know that is a solution for our planet. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Master.
You too.
some of the benefits of a vegetarian diet: lowers blood pressure, lowers cholesterol levels, reduces type 2 diabetes, prevents stroke conditions, reverses atherosclerosis, reduces heart disease risk 50%, reduces heart surgery risk 80%, prevents many forms of cancer, stronger immune system, increases life expectancy up to 15 years, higher IQ, conserves up to 70% clean water, saves 80% of the cleared Amazonian rainforest from animal grazing. A solution for world hunger. Free up 3.4 billion hectares of land. Free up 760 million tons of grain every year, half the world's grain supply. Consumes 1/3 fossil fuels of those used for meat production. Reduces pollution from untreated animal waste. Maintains cleaner air. Saves 4.5 tons of emissions per U.S. household per year. Stop 80% of global warming, plus more.
Save your life. Be veg. Go green.
The next question comes from Mr. Kim Dong-won, one of the program directors of Arirang TV, Korea's global TV.
Wow. Welcome, sir.
예, 화면으로나마 뵙게 돼서 너무 반갑습니다. 지금 지구온난화 방지를 위해서 칭하이 부산선님께서 많은 노력과 수고하고 계신 거 저희들 알고 있고요. 예, 그래서 지금 스프링 마스터 TV를 통해서 보면 고지되어 있는 그 지구를 구할 수 있는 날짜가 방송되고 있는데요. 그게 이제 오늘로 따지면 한 1,300여일 남아 있는데 그게 정확하게 어떤 의미를 그 날짜가 고지하고 예고하고 있는지, 그리고 그 날짜가 이제 되는 2013년 1월 달에 1월 22일에는 우리에게 남겨진 시간들인지, 그리고 그 이후에는 어떻게 되는지 좀 말씀 부탁드리겠습니다.
Yes, Mr. Kim. Thank you for your very concerning question. This is a question that you ask for many people. This is the number of days that we have left to save the planet. Yes, it is. We hope that we don't have to count down to that day. In other words, that the day will not have much meaning other than as a day to celebrate humans and planet's survival, our life. However, this number is a reminder and gives us a sense of the true urgency at hand. I wish we don't have to show this number, but we have to, for the sake of everyone on this planet. And if you calculate it yourself, according to all the evidence from the scientists or research or climatologists, you will come to the same number as I have. Up to now, there was some flexibility on how long we had left, but now it is more or less fixed, and that is more or less the number we have. However, Mr. Kim Dong-won, we have good news. The good news is that we have reached a critical mass, or a certain number of human beings who had kept the vegetarian diet or turned to the vegan diet. And when a certain number is reached, we call it critical mass. Then that critical mass will influence the other beings on the planet, all the humans. So this critical mass has been reached recently. It could mean that more people are open to change in their hearts and more influenced to change their hearts, to be more loving and kind, compassionate, and switching to the life-sustaining vegan diet. This is the primary change which will save all lives that are still left and the planet. After that, we can have time to do all the green things to further stabilize and live in harmony with nature, we can have more time to develop higher technology to protect the planet and protect humans' life. But for technology, we need much, much more time. We don't have that much time. So for now, changing to the vegan diet lifestyle is urgent and the most important and the most effective solution to halt the climate change and to save the planet. We can see almost the immediate result if everyone turn to vegan diet. The climate will change, the heat will subside, and our world will become more calm, cooler, better environment for us and for the children. Thank you, by the way. With such enlightened, concerned, and informed media members such as yourselves, I rely on you to champion the noble cause. I'm positive that our Earth will reach a higher level of consciousness and miracles will happen under heaven's mercy. God bless you, sir, and your colleagues.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Master.
You're welcome.
We have Professor Kim Moon-jo, who will ask the next question. He is Professor of Information Technology at Baese University and is the former Brigadier General of the Korean Army.
반갑습니다.
Welcome, sir.
저는 그 지구 온난화를 방지하는데 가장 쉽고 빠른 방법이 우리가 인간이 사용하고 있는 가축 사육을 줄이는 방법이라는 그 사실을 알고 난 뒤부터는 제가 군에 있을 때 군 장병들의 그 급식 메뉴를 편성했던 직에 있었던 사람으로서 앞으로는 우리 군 장병들에게도 육식 고기 대신에 채식 고기를 급식하는 게 좋겠다는 생각을 가지게 되었습니다. 하지만 여러분들도 잘 아시다시피 우리 군인들은 그 굉장히 강한 훈련을 받아야 되고 또 이러한 훈련을 극복하기 위해서는 강인한 체력이 요구됩니다. 앞으로 전체적으로 그 육식에서 채식으로 전환했을 때 군 전투력에 미치는 영향이 어떤 것인가에 대해서 굉장히 고민을 하고 있습니다. 이러한 저희 고민을 오늘 선생님께서 해결하는데 조언을 좀 해주셨으면 감사합니다. 고맙습니다.
감사합니다. Professor General Kim, I'm glad you thought of changing the diet for the soldiers. Have no fear, sir. It will be fine. You are correct that the elimination of the meat-based diet from society at all levels is surely the fastest way to avert the effects of climate change. There are numerous examples today of athletes who eat only the plant-based diet, the vegan diet, yeah? No animal products in their food whatsoever. These are worldwide top-class athletes, such as professional wrestlers, bodybuilders, and basketball players. We list them all on www.suprememastertv.com. Not only do they eat the vegan diet, they credit it for their increased stamina and strength. One example is a runner of the ultra marathon, meaning 24 hours without stopping. This gentleman, who is a vegan, holds the record on one of the courses and has won the 100-mile run 7 times, along with other endurance awards. There are also soldiers who are vegan and are able to perform their duties on par with fellow soldiers, so I'm confident that vegetable protein is more than sufficient, with no compromise to muscle development and endurance. Furthermore, a vegan diet provides one with clarity of mind and has even been associated with higher IQ. So you see, we should go ahead and change to vegan diet. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Master. Next is Mr. Yoon Ho Chang, the Policy Chairperson of National EcoKid Community Association and Executive Director of Metropolitan Area EcoKid Community.
예, 반갑습니다. 우리 미래 세대들이 좀 더 자연의 모습을 담고 우리 아이들이 좀 더 다른 모든 존재들과 더불어 살아갈 수 있도록 지원하고 있는 일을 하고 있습니다. 질문 드리겠습니다. 아토피나 천식 같은 환경으로 인한 질환들이 주로 생물학적으로 사회적으로 취약한 아이들한테 주로 많이 나타나고 있습니다. 이는 지속 가능한 미래를 설계하지 못한 기성세대의 잘못으로 미래 세대의 건강과 미래가 위험해지고 있는 실정이라고 볼 수 있습니다. 건강한 미래 세대를 위해 현재 세대가 할 수 있는 가장 적극적인 행동이 무엇이며 이를 위한 지구적인 연대는 어떻게 가능한지 조언을 부탁드립니다.
Yes, Mr. Yoon. Hello. Thank you for your concern and your love for the children. I do also love children. I think we all love the children. Heaven bless you already for that. I understand your feeling that the children of today must suffer because of what the adult generation past has overlooked, and maybe the children in the future also will suffer because we, our generation right now, slow to take action or don't take action or overlooked the important priority. While this may be true, please keep in mind that we still can change. Humans are subject to change. We do not have much time, but we do have some time. If the conditions of the world can be corrected soon, the children will still have a chance to grow up in a better environment. The key to this, of course, once again, and as always, is the vegan diet, vegetarian food, no animal product food. Children are well aware of this diet because they prefer it. Studies have shown that in vegan societies, morning sickness during pregnancy is virtually unknown. This is because meat has been found to be like a poison to the unborn child. The morning sickness is a way to expel the poison so that the vulnerable new life is not adversely affected. The autopsy or allergic syndrome that you have referred to has now been clearly linked to food allergies in children. Meat has also been shown to be toxic and addictive substance with potentially very bad effect for the body. There is a sugar molecule from the meat, for example, that accumulates in the body with repeated consumption. This molecule is like a magnet for infections such as E. coli, which can easily be life-threatening. Both the allergy and immune systems of the children are less developed than in an adult, so children cannot digest products such as milk, fish, and meat. The good news is that even children who have learned to eat meat are normally quite open to changing to the vegan lifestyle, as studies have shown. Often they are the ones bringing new information back to the parents, trying to get the parents to change to the vegetarian diet. So, to unite on a global level to achieve healthy future generations, one thing we can do is to bring the message to the children and listen to them as well. We should also show our children that we care about their future and their health. And the best way to do this is through the example of compassionate, loving lifestyle, through a vegan diet. Thank you, Mr. Jung Ho Chang.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Master. Ms. Choi Se-ran, a student at Seogang University, a Green Ambassador, and a member of Climate Cool, has the next question.
Good afternoon, Supreme Master Ching Hai.
Good afternoon.
Ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for the great opportunity to take part in the conference today.
Thank you.
My name is Jae-ran Choi, studying in Seogang University. And as a member of the Climate Cool Initiative and the Green Ambassador, I'm very honored to ask you a question. After visiting Japan to take part in an environmental workshop, my team members realized that the Japanese government and the Japanese people were ready to accept a green lifestyle. The most basic but the most effective example was the trash cans. Recycling waste can create tremendous amount of resources, but in Korea there are no efficiently labeled trash cans, and the people are not very concerned about saving their environment. And the government policies could be better and have more substance and really make a difference. So what I want to ask you is, what are our world's governments doing to change the ordinary lives of the people to be more environmentally friendly? And what are the real environmental issues that the government can handle to save the earth? Thank you.
Thank you for your care and your tremendous effort. I'm so proud of you, so young and so noble. I'm impressed by youth such as yourself who are so concerned and actively try to help the environment. Your Climate Cool initiative sounds to me very, very cool. So cool. For your questions, there are governments that are creating policies and raising awareness about the seriousness of climate change. They have listened to the scientists and are at least beginning to warn their people of the dangers. There will be an important conference this December in Copenhagen, Denmark, where government leaders worldwide will try to make important decisions based on scientific evidence and scientists' advice. Some governments already have policies in place and are encouraging people to go green. For example, the Taiwanese government presented a list of 10 effective actions that ordinary people can do to help. Several cities in the USA have done similarly, and in Europe, several countries as well as the European Union have been discussing and implementing policy for different green measures. These are just a few examples. So please be positive, be optimistic. But my only concern is that the changes are not happening quickly enough. I'm sure you have the same concern. We really need to stop global warming now, like yesterday. Because I'm sorry to say that while all these green changes are good, there is still one action that must be on the top of the list. The most important one, which once again is the vegan diet. The greenness of all the green policy, the greenness of all the green action, the most compassionate, the most heroic, the life-saving action, the vegan diet. Without the vegan diet, maybe we can prolong a few years with green initiatives or with better technology, but it's not a long-term insurance against climate change. So the vegan diet is the solution. It will eliminate methane, one of the most heat-trapping greenhouse gases. And this will cool the planet the fastest and give us more time to exercise our green policy or finding better technology. This is the most valuable step, the vegan step, that the government could make, could encourage, could pass into law, could inform the people at large. Such a measure only benefits the people and the country and the planet. There's nothing to lose, nothing to fear, because it is in the best interest of everyone. This is the realistic way, the only way that I know, the only way that I see that we can save the planet right now. The other policies, green energy, green technology, are also very important, but they take more time. First, we have to stay alive in this short period of urgency in order to even work on switching to green energy. Clear? Thank you for caring. Ms. Choi, please tell your government leaders. Ask your government leaders to be courageous, to act swiftly for you and other people and save lives. Ask them, please. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question comes from Professor Kim Sung-ho of Life Science at Seonam University. He is also the director of Korea Plant Academy. For over 20 years, Professor Kim observed, took photos, and wrote about animals, especially birds. He loves birds very much.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Qinghai. I was deeply impressed with your book, and your special affection towards birds was surprising and so touching.
Thank you.
Is there any special reason or motive for your love of birds? If so, how it is interconnected with your belief of "I'm a vegan and green, save the earth"? And recently, I had a chance to observe the whole breeding schedule of 4 kinds of birds: white-backed woodpecker, gray-headed woodpecker, long-tailed teeth, and nuthatch. And the whole schedule is completed within 2 months. And I found that the young birds acquire all the means necessary for the survival only through the short time. May I ask your opinion regarding this? And lastly, last winter, there were a lot of dry and cold days in Korea. It was nearly impossible for us to find water in a forest, so I decided to make a pond for them. About 500 birds gathered to drink water and to take a bath.
Wow.
But I can't do this every winter, and it will not be a good solution for them. Basically, what can you do for them? Thank you.
Thank you. Professor Kim, first of all, thank you for your immense love, thoughtfulness, and kindness toward the animals, especially the birds. I am moved by your affection and deep caring for the owls in the mountains. My love for our animals extends to birds as well. I love them and naturally want to protect them. I feel what they feel. Birds have so much love, intelligence, which I have experienced many times, even before I had bird companions who were living with me. Sometimes a bird would come and stand in front of me just trying to tell me something. I would come and sit on my hand and greet me. I'm sure that you understand and maybe experience the same, sir. You see, in regard to the message, I am a vegan and green, save the earth, this is surely connected to all the animals. and the birds also. Once we understand one species of animals, we could understand other species as well. Being vegan simply means being compassionate and having animal-free diet. I mean, we don't eat the animals, we don't harm any animal, so we don't engage in any killing or making others suffer of any kind. This will save the planet and preserve the treasured wild, such as the birds. Your second question. Recently, you have observed that the young birds do grow and learn quickly how to survive. Yes, it is true. The animals, babies, animals as a whole, they're more intelligent than us concerning survival. I also noticed that when I spend some time closely observing birds, a family of swans as they raise their young, also a family of ducks, family of coots, family of great crested grape, etc., etc., even family of young beavers. Yes. For example, the baby swans, they were so intelligent. The first day they went out swimming with their dad already. I observed how the parent swans raised their young and was amazed as well as how quickly the babies in the wild mature. It's so fast, much too fast compared to human babies. They are endowed with many talents, with intelligence, and with perceptive faculties, even telepathic faculty. I'm glad that you understand and help other people to also understand how incredible the wild animals truly are. They are really amazing and more than worthy of our respect and love. And to your third question, I am very touched by your caring action, Professor. Since childhood, I also had an affinity with birds and would feed them, give them water, nurse them to health when they're sick or wounded, whenever I could. I worry about them even now. At night, when I'm in a warm bed, I worry whether they are too cold outside. Did they have enough food in the day? I'm so touched that you even climb the mountains to bring them fresh water to drink. That is really true love. My God bless you so much. We should all remember that we share this planetary abode, the water, the air, the resources, the food, all of nature. We share only. We should not be possessive of nature. So the best thing we can do for the birds and all the animals is to stop causing suffering to them, stop killing them, stop eating them, stop damaging all our habitats, stop damaging our environment. Be veg, go green, and save their planet too, planet of the animals. Thank you so much for all you have done and doing.
Thank you so much for your precious answer. Ms. Bae Ok Byung will ask the next question. She is the chief of the National School Meal Network, chief of People Movement Headquarters for Safe School Meal, and member of School Meal Committee of Seoul City Education Authority.
Welcome, madam.
만나 뵙게 돼서 반갑습니다. 그동안 한국의 급식운동은 국내에서 생산되는 친환경 농산물을 사용하여 안전하고 신선한 급식을 제공하도록 노력하여 많은 성과를 이루어냈습니다. 이는 급식이 단순한 한 끼의 식사라는 의미를 넘어 급식을 통해 친환경 농업을 확대하고 온실가스 배출을 줄여 지구온난화 저감에 도움을 주도록 하는 운동입니다. 이 운동은 총체적인 식량 부족 위기를 극복할 수 있는 중요한 방안이기도 합니다. 이를 위해서는 각 나라마다 그 나라의 기후와 환경에 적합한 식량 계획이 세워져야 하고 학교 급식이 유기적으로 연관되어야 하며 생산자와 소비자의 신뢰관계를 기반으로 한 지속가능한 수급 체계가 수립되어야 한다고 생각합니다. 이에 대한 새로운 대안 시스템에 대한 사례나 전 세계 네트워킹의 가능성에 대해서 이야기해 주시면 감사하겠습니다.
Mrs. Bear, I am impressed with your noble-minded efforts, not only for the children's health, but also for the environment and planet at large. The program you described sounds truly exemplary. The children must love it. Perhaps you could share this model with other nations for their benefit? From what I understand, complete systems where the schools are connected to the farmers in a sustainable way are perhaps being developed but not fully exercised. There is a program that began in Europe and Japan and is now also in the US, where a group of individuals such as those belonging to a food cooperative develop a relationship with a farmer or the farmers who agrees to supply them with fresh produce. The farmers then grow a variety of food and people purchase from a variety of whatever is fresh. This has become very popular and in many places it has a waiting list even. So the farms are usually sustainably run, organic farms. It is a good situation because the people are getting healthy food and that they can trust while supporting the farmers' livelihood and often the environment at the same time. So I thought you would be glad to know that. Yeah? It would be good if the governments could lend their support to vegan organic farmers by providing them with subsidies so that they can take their time in growing without having to worry about the profit for the beginning now of the trend. Through vegan organic farming, we will definitely accomplish the goals of resolving the food crisis, since the crops are no longer being fed to animals, which being raised more and more in numbers, and they are being grown with practices to support the earth, which means more plentiful harvest over time. For further updated information on organic vegan farming, you may visit www.suprememastertv.com. We have programs featuring our association members and other experts on organic easy farming that can help guide people on the path to planting and harvesting your own organic vegetables. Meanwhile, I wish you all the best and thank you, Ms. Bay, for your noble mission to support the children's health and saving the planet. Thank you, ma'am. God bless you.
Thank you, Master, for your enlightening answer.
You're welcome.
Next is Mr. Lee Tae-gun, the chairman of Hook Salim, a large organic farming organization that shares organic farming methods and gives certification of organic products.
Welcome, sir.
예, 반갑습니다. 저는 한국에서 유기농업을 가장 많이 하고 있는 농민단체 대표 흑살림의 이태근입니다. 채식을 하려면 농약이나 비료를 사용하지 않는 것이 핵심이라고 생각합니다. 앞으로 한국에서 유기농업과 채식 붐이 일어나기를 기원합니다. 아마 이렇게 되면 아마 제가 할 일이 아마 더욱 많아질 것이라고 생각이 들고요. 유기농업이 기후변화에 실제 어떤 기여를 하고 있고 유기농업을 하는 농민이나 소비자들은 어떤 자세로 일을 하는 것이 좋을까요? 또한 유기농업을 하면 수량이 줄어듭니다. 그래서 수량 감소에 대한 정부의 지원이나 소비자의 역할에 대해 설명해 주시면 고맙겠습니다. 감사합니다.
감사합니다. Thank you for your question, Mr. Lee. Actually, it has been found that a large-scale change to organic farming could feed the world. Research in Denmark and elsewhere has shown larger yields from organic farming on land that was previously underutilized. The producing of less harvests that you mentioned may be from fields that were previously cultivated with chemical pesticides and fertilizers or trampled by livestock for a prolonged period of time. These can show a drop in crop yields when switching to organic farming. But that is only initially, because the yields are shown to increase again over time. In fact, the large yields produced by conventional farming are taken at the expense of the soil, of our health, and of the environment. And these enormous single crops, such as soy, are mostly produced to feed animals for meat production, not for human consumption. In Africa, the United Nations Environment Programme did a study in which they found crop yields were double when the small farmers used organic farming methods. In this case, since the organic practices such as composting and rotating crops improves the soil, make it healthier, instead of buying fertilizers and pesticides, the organic farmers can use their money to buy better seeds. I have said before that government should also subsidize organic farmers until there is enough volume of demand to naturally sustain good yields. Another research in the US found that organic farming methods could be used to triple farm yields. One of the main factors in enabling the high yields was the farmers were planting legumes like beans or soybean cover crops between growing seasons, which fix enough natural nitrogen in the soil to ensure high crop yields. In terms of global warming, many practices that come from organic farming remove carbon from the atmosphere. Even with climate change and soil variations around the world, recent studies have verified that organic agriculture, if practiced on the planet's 3.5 billion tillable acres, could sequester nearly 40% of current CO2 emissions. So, Mr. Lee, please continue what you're doing to spread the benefits of organic farming and encourage and training more organic farmers. I dream of a day when we need not to worry what we are feeding our children, whether it has chemicals, it has harmful substance, or is unnatural in any way, which is harmful to the health of us and of our children. Organic farming is the way to go. It helps to maintain our robust health and reduce global warming. Thank you for what you're doing, sir.
Thank you so much for your intelligent question, Mr. Lee, and thank you so much for your precious answer, Master. Next is Professor So Jung-hee. She is Professor of the Mind-Body Healing Department, Seoul Graduate School of Buddhism, and Director of Meditation and Psychological Treatment Center.
Welcome, Professor.
반갑습니다. 칭하이드 무상사님께서 오랫동안 건강과 영성운동의 일환으로 또 지구와 환경을 살리기 위해서 그 사회적 실천의 일환으로 채식운동을 해오신 것을 잘 알고 있습니다. 그렇지만 지구온난화에 따른 지구의 위기가 계속 강화되고 있고 또 여기에 따른 사람들의 심각함을 잘 아직 느끼지 못하고 있습니다. 제 질문은요, 혹시 우주의 다른 행성에서 지금 현재 지구와 당면하고 있는 것과 같은 그런 사례가 혹시 있었었는지 거기에 대한 혹시 사례를 들어주실 수 있는지를 알고 싶고요. 그리고 또 하나는 어떻게 하면 인류가 지금 현재 당면하고 있는 이러한 인가로부터 자유로울 수 있는지 대답해 주시면 좋겠습니다. 감사합니다.
감사합니다. Yes, Professor Seo. At the moment, we are the one that going through this crisis. But 40 million years ago, I did a research on Mars, and planet Mars did go through a similar situation as we are going through right now. In modern day exploration of the planet on the surface, NASA scientists have also found signs of previous climate change, as well as possible life that existed in the past on Mars. It is true that Mars used to be inhabited by beings like us, but as they raised more and more animals for meat, the methane gas from the livestock warmed the atmosphere, and the temperature triggered more gas to be released from under the ocean, from the permafrost and glaciers. So the entire planet became poisoned by gas, different gases. And within a few months only, almost all the population perished. It was a very terrible mass extinction. On the entire planet, only 2 million people survived. Those who were living virtuous lives and following the vegetarian diet. They were the survivors. If you look at the past history of our planet, there were also times of warming and a lot of changes and mass extinction as well. I'm glad you recognize that our planetary crisis is due to bad karma, meaning the retribution of unwholesome deeds. It is the law of karma, or cause and retribution, that is at work right now, and human need a change of heart, because a change of human's heart will determine whether we can save the planet or not. The best way and the easiest way to free ourselves from this bad retribution is to reverse our action. Instead of killing animals, we live and let live. Instead of meat diet, we turn to be vegan. Because if we take a life, we own a life. We own a blood debt. As one scripture says, we own blood debt if we kill a life. It is a very precise universal law. We should thus do our best to live in love and kindness, in order to beget such mercy and compassion from heaven. Thank you, Professor Seo, for your very, very enlightening question.
Thank you so much for your enlightening answer, Master.
Vegetarianism in religion.
The Baha'i Faith. Regarding the eating of animal flesh and abstinence therefrom, know thou of a certainty that, in the beginning of creation, God determined the food of every living being, and to eat contrary to that determination is not approved. Selections from the Baha'i writings of some aspects of health and healing.
Buddhism. All meats eaten by living beings are of their own relatives.
Lankavatara Sutra.
Gao Dai. The most important thing is to stop killing, because animals also have souls and understand like humans. If we kill and eat them, then we owe them a blood debt. Teachings of the Saints.
Christianity. Meats for the belly, and the belly for meats, but God shall destroy both it and them. Holy Bible.
And while the flesh was yet between their teeth, ere it was chewed, the wrath of the Lord was kindled against the people, and the Lord smote the people with a very great plague. Holy Bible.
Confucianism. All men have a mind which cannot bear to see the sufferings of others. The superior man, having seen the animals alive, cannot bear to see them die. Having heard their dying cries, he cannot bear to eat their flesh. Mencius. Essenes.
I am come to end the sacrifices and feasts of blood, and if ye cease not offering and eating of flesh and blood, the wrath of God shall not cease from you. Gospel of the Holy 12.
Hinduism. Since you cannot bring killed animals back to life, you are responsible for killing them. Therefore you are going to hell. There is no way for your deliverance. Adilila.
He who desires to augment his own flesh by eating the flesh of other creatures lives in misery in whatever species he may take his birth. Mahabharata anew.
Islam. Allah will not give mercy to anyone except those who give mercy to other creatures. Hadith.
Do not allow your stomachs to become graveyards of animals. Hadith.
Jainism. A true monk should not accept such food and drink as has been especially prepared for him involving the slaughter of living beings. Sutra Kritanga.
Judaism. And whatsoever man there be of the house of Israel, or of the strangers that sojourn among you, that eateth any manner of blood, I will even set my face against that soul that eateth blood, and will cut him off from among his people. Holy Bible. Blood meaning flesh.
Sikhism. Those mortals who consume marijuana, flesh and wine, no matter what pilgrimages, fasts and rituals they follow, they will all go to hell. Guru Granth Sahib.
Taoism. Do not go into the mountain to catch birds and nets, nor to the water to poison fishes and minnows. Do not butcher the ox that plows your field. Tract of the Quiet Way.
Tibetan Buddhism. The offering to the deities of meat obtained by killing animate beings is like offering a mother the flesh of her own child, and this is a grievous failure. The supreme path of discipleship.
Zoroastrianism. Those plants I, Ahura Mazda, or God, rain down upon the earth to bring food to the faithful and fodder to the beneficent cow. Avesta.
Everybody knows that vegetarian diet is good for our health and to save the planet. They will be awakening their own great, compassionate, loving self-nature, and then their level of consciousness will rise up automatically, and they will understand more than they ever did, and they'll be closer to heaven than what they are right now.
Next, we have the monks from Ananda Marga group as a special guest. Before they ask a question, they would like to offer a song to Supreme Master Ching Hai in celebration of the newly released book, The Birds in My Life, Korean edition.
Thank you so much.
The song will be followed by a question from Dada Chittaranjan Ananda. He voluntarily teaches meditation and yoga in spiritual communities in Asian countries. He is Doctor of Economics and has written several books about the economy.
Wow. Shukriya. God bless you.
Namaskar. I want to share my love for creation through this song given by my spiritual master, who has given 5,018 such songs. This song is in Bengali language and Indian language.
Oh. Thank you, sir.
জীর্ণ বিচ্ছিন্ন জীবে করিব সেবা জীর্ণ বিচ্ছিন্ন জীবে করিব সেবা আরতে ক্ষুদার্তে বাঁচাবে না তুবাকে आरते खुदारते बाँचाबे ना तुबाके बा आधिते भोगे जारा व्याधि जातनाते सारा आधिते भोगे जारा व्याधि जातनाते सारा সে মানো পশু বিহঙ্গ সবারই জন্যে মোরা সে মানো পশু বিহঙ্গ সবারই জন্যে মোরা করিব সেবা দূরকে কাছে টেনেছি সঙ্গে সবে নিয়েছি দূরকে কাছে টেনেছি সঙ্গে সবে নিয়েছি প্রাণেও মনে মেনেছি সম্পদ সবারই মাপা প্রাণেও মনে মেনেছি সম্পদ সবারই মাপা জীর্ণ বিচ্ছিন্ন করিব সেবা আরতে ক্ষুদার্তে বাঁচাবে না তুবাকে বা জীবে করিব সেবা
Thank you, thank you. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dada, and the group of monks.
And Namaskar, my respected Supreme Master Ching Hai. I am very much grateful for the opportunity to ask you a question. Today, in just this conference, I have heard that former UN Secretary said that there are two important crises in this world. One is environmental crisis, and the other one is economic crisis. I have some question for you. I have understood that you see all the issues, including environmental crisis, from a holistic and universal view. So from that view, What do you think caused the economic crisis now the world is facing? Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you and greetings, Venerable Dada. What caused the economic crisis in the world? You know as well as I do, it's from bad karma, bad retribution of our actions for many, many centuries, not just now. From a more spiritual perspective, of course, we can see that the current global economic crisis is caused by our departure from the virtuous principles that we have learned from past and present masters, such as the basic concept of sharing and kindness, noble living and compassionate lifestyle. So we should remember that we are all brethren, and when one brother or sister is suffering, we all suffer one way or another. Our Creator has taken care of even the smallest insects and plants. God has given the world an abundance of resources to survive in comfort, as long as we live within the principles of virtue, moral standard, which ones again include no violence, no killing, no harming, ahimsa. And actually, this principle of ahimsa can be applied very directly to the economic picture. Recently, for example, a study conducted in the Netherlands found that the estimated total cost to reduce greenhouse gas emissions to a level where the earth would still be habitable, that total cost was estimated as $40 trillion US. However, this cost also was found to be reduced by half if people around the world reduce their meat intake, eat more vegetarian. And if people globally stopped consuming all the animal products altogether, meaning all the world people became vegan, then the savings would be 80%, meaning from $40 trillion US, if all the people became vegan on this planet, the cost would reduce to $8 trillion only to save the planet. That is a huge savings, sir, right? So we see that everything benefits from the compassionate lifestyle. With savings like the one just mentioned, we could invest in other life-improving measures, such as ensuring adequate food and shelter, education for more people in the world. And more people would automatically have food if everyone goes vegan. This is just an example, sir. But it is really true that being vegan can give us and all other beings on the planet a very ideal life, heavenly kind of life. Thank you, sir, for your concern and for doing what you're doing, for helping the world to save the planet, for asking a very important question. God bless you, sir, and your monks.
Thank you for your enlightening answer, Master.
European Parliament supports reducing meat to lower greenhouse gases.
Roll call vote. Vote is now open.
reduce your meat consumption or stop eating meat totally.
During discussions on greenhouse gas reduction goals, the Climate Committee of the European Parliament officially recognized livestock's contribution to global warming and recommended a reduction of subsidies to the livestock industry to curb methane.
My name is Jens Holm. I'm a member of the European Parliament. Please, be veg, go green, save the planet.
Next, we have Tibetan monk Naong Ruduk. He teaches Tibetan Buddhism in Korea.
Hello, it's a sincere pleasure to speak to you today.
Tasidele.
Tasidele. In order to solve global issues such as the climate change, it's quite essential to have open exchange between nations and groups. And I know the downfalls of a sectarian mindset and the virtues of an open exchange. Yet it is all too easy to get caught up in our own ideas as being the best.
Right.
And so could you tell us how best to avoid this mindset in ourselves, and as well as how to deal with others who may have this mindset, especially now when we need to come together to save the planet? Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Ngawan Luduk, for your very enlightened question. Your attitude and approach in trying to save the earth is already very admirable. It is with a humble mindset such as yours that we can truly become one to save our shared planetary home. In today's world, especially with the matter of global warming, we have now so much evidence before our very eyes that it is really no longer a matter of opinion or religious doctrine. Global warming has been declared a reality through the consensus of scientists and leaders worldwide. So we can humbly point to the evidence in any discussion of global warming to inform people and the government. As for saving the planet, there is only one thing we can do. Whether or not we can unite effort, whether or not we agree to open exchange, that we can take more time to realize. Now, the only one solution and the only thing urgent that we should do right now is to adopt the vegan lifestyle, the animal-free diet. This can help even those who have a stubborn or difficult opinion, because it is also well documented scientifically that consuming flesh means that we also consume all kinds of foreign substances, be they antibiotics, chemicals, and even hormones of all kinds, and hormones of fear and terror released by the animal at the time of death. These can have a powerful and disturbing effect on the body and mind. So being vegan will also help to bring peace to the situation that the Venerable just described. Because when people are vegan, meaning having no animal substance in their diet, they will be able to realize more clear-mindedness and more peace in their heart. If all nations can come together as one for this, then our planet would be saved, and everything else can be worked out over time. Thank you, and please inform people, enlighten people about the benefit of an animal-free diet, the benefit of a compassionate lifestyle. Thank you, Venerable Ngawan Ludak. May the Buddha in all directions bless your noble endeavors and bless the Buddhism of Tibet.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your soul awakening answer, Master.
네, 너무 좋았어요. 특히 그 칭하이 무상사님의 나는 그 8시가 된지도 몰랐는데 한 2시간 된 줄 알았는데 그렇게 많은 시간을 이렇게 흐름이 깨지지 않고 그냥 똑같은 그런 흐름으로 똑같은 그런 바이브레이션으로 똑같은 그런 사랑하는 그런 느낌으로 이렇게 하신 거에 대해서 정말 저는 아주 인상 깊었어요. 예. 그게 제일 큰 인상이었어요. 우리 아난다 마르가도 항상 이렇게 채식이고 저는 아난다 마가 중에서 동식물에 대한 잔혹행위 방지 부서에서 근무를 하기 때문에 아주 너무 좋았고 칭하이 스승께서 여러 가지 좀 실천적인 일, 많은 일을 좀 하시고 계시는 것 같아요. 굉장히 참 존경스러워요. 저희들은 굉장히 엄격한 채식이죠. 근데 우리는 베간은 아니거든요. 근데 오늘 그 정말 생각을 좀 달리해서 이제 그렇게 하려고 그래요. 오늘 이제 또 그 말씀 듣고 해서 역시 이렇게 낙농 제품도 안 먹어야 되겠다 이런 생각이 들었어요. 그게 또 두 번째 저한테 굉장히 깊이 와닿은 거죠. 예. 남길 말은 그분이 다 했죠. 저는 그냥 그분의 말씀을 너무 감명 깊게 들었고 참 훌륭하신 스승이시구나 이렇게 생각이 됐어요. 지구를 우리가 구합시다. 베지터리안이 되고 나아가서 베간이 됨으로써 Be big, go green, save the planet.
It is excellent conference. Last year it happened and I was not able here, but another my friend was here and he enjoyed very much with the Master, Supreme Master, and having the question answers, and it was very amazing, and we love that this kind of activities and about the vegetarian, and definitely it will bring the change in the human society as well as the animal, plants, and for every beings. Everyone will get benefit through her message and through this kind of conference. Definitely we have to believe the society will change rapidly and people will get benefit tremendously in all the way. Global warming is the big challenge for the human society. I'm from India. In India, the land, the forest, we have so many animals. We have to save the animal, plants and bird, everyone. So we should not cut the forest. We have to be the vegetarian and should not be cruel about the animal. We should save their life. We should love them as we love ourselves. We should love the animal, plants, and can bring the harmony between the humanity. And really the Supreme Master, within short period, what she is doing is amazing for the world, and definitely she is the woman and she have the strong determination to change the society and the world. She is not thinking about only one particular country, but she have the love for the all humanity, all animal, plants, animate or inanimate. She is a wonderful, amazing ladies who is bring the new change in the human life and in our society. Be veg, go green, save the planet.
이번 행사에서 사실 표방하고 또 전하려고 하는 메시지들 이런 것들은 사실 굳이 이번 행사를 통해서 뿐만 아니라 대단히 중요한 문제고 우리 인류에게 있어서 대단히 중요한 문제고 그런 중요한 어떤 메시지를 일상을 살아가다 보면 사실 잊고 살잖아요. 그래서 소중한 한 걸음 한 걸음의 발걸음이나 일상에서의 실천이나 작은 실천이나 이런 것들을 다시 한번 돌아볼 수 있는 그런 계기가 된 것 같고요. 한국에서도 이렇게 수프림 마스터 칭하이 마스터 스승님이 이렇게 전하는 어떤 메시지나 이런 것들을 소중하게 받아안는 분들이 많이 계시고요. 그 말씀 속에 담겨있는 메시지나 이런 것들의 소중함을 갖고 일상에서 실천하려고 하는 사람들이 참 많습니다. 그래서 그런 작은 발걸음들이 하나하나가 모이면 세상을 바꿀 수 있다고 생각을 하고요. 이번 행사에서 전하려고 했던 메시지도 반드시 이루어지리라고 생각을 합니다.
오늘 컨퍼런스에 와서 정말 저는 아주 확신을 가졌습니다. 통상 우리가 강한 훈련이나 이런 지구력을 유지하는데 이제 육식을 함으로 해서는 단백질로서 충당하는 걸로 알았는데 그런 편견을 가졌는데 오늘 여기 와서 들어보니까 이 채식으로도 충분히 우리 군사훈련에 필요한 이 단백질을 섭취할 수 있고 지구력이라든가 그다음에 이런 굉장히 강한 훈련도 할 수 있다는 오늘 칭하이 선생님께서 말씀하시는 거 듣고 굉장히 확신을 가졌습니다. 그래서 앞으로 이 채식을 하는 것을 주위 사람들에게 권장을 좀 많이 하겠습니다. 오늘 아주 좋은 기회였습니다. 그런 육식만이 우리 인체에 필요한 단백질을 원이라는 그런 편견을 좀 깼으면 좋겠습니다.
우선은 하프 베지테리언이었다가 이제 계기로 왔긴 했지만 너무나 알찬 정보랑 그리고 칭하이 무상사님 직접 볼 수 있어서 너무 좋았고요. 그리고 매 시간마다 각계각층에서 그렇게 권위 있으신 분들이 좋은 말씀 많이 해주시고 서로 정보도 공유하면서 그렇게 지구를 살릴 수 있는 일에 대해서 나눌 수 있다는 게 너무 기분이 좋았고요. 네, 이번 기회를 통해서 저도 좀 더 깊이 채식을 해야 되겠다는 생각이 또 다시 한번 들었습니다. Be veggie, go green, save the planet.
채식의 가장 바람직한 식사 방법이라고 하고 오늘 얘기 나온 것들이 다 맞는다고 보고요. 육식의 이런 문제를 좀 알게 해주는 거, 스스로 육식의 문제를 깨닫고 이제 조금씩 줄이고 그다음에 완전히 채식주의자로 바뀔 수 있기를 바라는 거죠.
We know from our friends about this Save How to Planet. We all are very worried about our planet or our earth, so that's why we come.
Be veg,
Go green, save our planet.
회의에 참석한다는 건 적극적인 의지를 가지고 있는 분들이거든요. 그리고 정말 필요한 그런 이 행사를 하고 있다고 생각을 해요. 지금 워낙 이 기후 변화로 인해서 우리 이 자연 환경과 또 우리 인간의 생활에 앞으로 큰 위기가 닥쳤는데 이렇게 자꾸 국민들에게 의식을 일깨워주는 그런 계기를 많이 만들어야 되겠어요. 칭하이 무상사님은 그 사랑스러운 내 인생의 새들 책을 요즘 열심히 보고 있어요. 대단히 컬러풀하고 새 사진도 나오면서 새가 생각하고 있는 걸 읽어서 무상사님이 거기다 이렇게 새의 생각을 써놨더군요. 흥미롭게 읽고 있는데 무상사님이 평소에 말씀하시는 대로 채식들을 해야 되겠다 그런 생각을 경각심을 많이 가졌어요. 전 세계의 모든 사람들이 서로 이렇게 힘을 합해서 노력해야만 지구를 구할 수가 있다고 생각을 해요. 그리고 필요 없는 살상을 막을 수도 있다고 생각하고요. 저는 이렇게 생명 존중하는 그런 분위기가 전 세계적으로 함께 운동이 일어난다고 보고 그래서 그런 뜻에서 격려 말씀을 다시 한번 드립니다. 또 아울러서 이렇게 우리 무상사님처럼 칭하이 무상사님처럼 이 생명에 대한 경외심을 가지고 있는 그런 분들이 서로의 생각을 전해서 필요 없는 살상을 안 해야 되겠다 이런 생각을 많이 합니다. 우리 무상사님께서 인간이 아닌 그런 동물의 생각까지도 읽어내는 그런 순수함 그런 사랑을 가지고 있는 데 대해서 놀랍고요. 전 세계가 평화로운 세계가 되고 생명을 존중하는 그런 세상이 될 수 있도록 더 많은 그런 운동을 벌려주십사 그런 부탁 말씀 드립니다. 우선.
저는 제주도 출신 국회의원입니다. 책에서나 있고 말로만 듣던 게 아까 전문가들에 의해서 직접 동영상을 보면서 이 지구가 얼마나 심각한 위기 상황에 빠져 있는가를 그 피부로 느낄 수가 있었습니다. 큰 공부가 됐습니다.
그렇다면 저희가 이 청정한 지구를 만들려면 어떤 일을 하는 것이 가장 우선일까요?
채식이 이산화탄소 배출을 막아내는 문제, 그리고 이 참 유기농 이 농작물 생산 이런 문제도 전부 이 우리 지구를 지켜나가는 구해나가는 그 작업들이 하나가 되겠죠. 그다음에 그 메탄가스 이 배출도 이제 막아내야 되는 것 이런 것 등등 여러 가지 다각적인 이 총체적인 접근이 있어야 가능하겠죠. 네. 지구는 심각한 위기 상황에 빠져 있습니다. 이 환경 문제, 생명의 문제 같은 말입니다. 환경은 곧 생명이다. 생명은 곧 환경이다. 이런 말입니다. 이런 운동들이 더욱더 활성화돼서 전 지구적 차원에서 인류가 공유할 수 있도록
오늘 그 지구 온난화 그 컨퍼런스를 통해서 정말 그 지구 온난화의 심각성에 대해서 알릴 수 있는 계기가 되었다는 사실에 정말 아주 기뻤고요. 그리고 제가 채식을 하기 때문에 무엇보다도 지구 온난화와 채식의 관계에 대해서 그 지구 온난화의 심각성에 비해서 그 인식이 너무 낮다는 항상 그런 생각을 가지고 걱정이 많았는데, 그리고 제가 뭔가 좀 어떤 일을 해야 되지 않나 이런 생각도 가지고 있었거든요. 이번 회의를 통해서 다양한 아이디어를 더 얻을 수 있었고, 제가 또 개인적으로 앞으로 이런 관련된 일을 할 계기가 되거나 기회가 있으면 오늘 그 행사를 통해서 얻은 다양한 아이디어를 활용해 볼 수 있을 것 같다는 생각도 들어서 정말 뜻깊은 행사였던 것 같습니다.
Well, I was interested to hear about the role of methane gas, how strong it is as a greenhouse gas. And I would like to find out more about that information because it seems like ending meat production and meat farming could be one of the most important ways. I think, changing our agricultural practices could be very important. She's a very nice presence and very committed. That's what I can see. It looks like she's committed to action, spreading the word. It's been good to listen to her today. I feel now more confirmed about vegetarianism and really feeling confirmed that it is worth sticking with. I think I will stop eating fish as well because I know the fishing industry is a big issue too. We're eating too many of the fish in the world to sustain the environment of the ocean. It's great, like I really love vegetarian food. A great life as a vegetarian, so if you're doubting, give it a try and to stick with it, I think that's a way forward. Be veg, go green and save the planet.
you.